1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Da 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 da. Gonna give it about another minute, and we're gonna get started. Gonna give it about another minute, and then we're gonna get started. Let's check it out. So, good morning, good morning. Welcome to day one. So, we're going to keep things pretty light for today, pretty foundational. The idea for today is that we're going to simply allow ourselves to go through really two, maybe three fundamental techniques. We're going to do just a little bit of movement based on where we are here and now. And the nature of the techniques, again, are meant to be for today really foundational, very rudimentary, because the deeper reality is while some of us may not have a fixed discipline, a lot of us actually do have a discipline. We just don't recognize it. We might not call it out as a mindfulness discipline. We might not call it out as a meditation discipline. And for that reason, I'll typically lean into the idea of calling what I share out, what we do, reflective practice. Because at the end of the day, that's really what we're doing. We're allowing ourselves to, yes, be aware, but then to also reflect. And with any good fortune, we're also going to have the opportunity to integrate or to absorb whatever information or lessons come out from that experience or those experiences. So again, we're just going to allow ourselves to get started with some light movement, with some simple movement, even where we are. So if you're sitting on the floor, if you're sitting on a chair, wherever you are, we're just going to start off with something really simple, and that can be just as simple as what I like to call a shakedown countdown. And so if you have the ability, what we do, the setup is we start with right hand and we shake it down from 5. So it'd be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so on and so on. Now, if you're not in a position to be able to shake out hands and feet or arms and legs, that's fine. I don't want anybody left out at all. So if that means that in your imagination or in your mind's eye, you're simply bringing more awareness to maybe the upper right quadrant of your field of vision, or what in your imagination seems like the front right of your physical presence, and then the front left of your physical presence, or then the lower right quadrant of your field of vision, lower left quadrant of your field of vision, or again, front right, back right, front left, back left, you're certainly welcome to do that. Again, I don't want anybody left out. So from where we are, just to kind of get ourselves started and more settled in, here we go now. Right hand, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 1, 1, 1. All over. And just allow yourself to settle in from here. As you're settling in, just allow yourself to get a little bit more acquainted with your breath now and a little bit more acquainted with your body. Why are we doing that? Number one, just to let ourselves be a little silly for a moment. Sometimes we take ourselves just a bit too seriously. So it's okay to just find a reason to move around in a way that seems totally random. More importantly, the deeper reality is, to the extent any of us ever feel a sense of being overwhelmed. I don't like to use that T word too much, but anytime we allow ourselves to feel somewhat traumatized, and when we allow ourselves to decolonize that word or that concept of trauma, here's the deeper reality. Trauma, classically defined, not clinically defined, essentially means anything that overwhelms. And so to the extent that all of us experience some quality of being overwhelmed at some point in our lives, at some point during the day, it seems to have a splintering or a shattering effect, and we feel more and more out of phase or out of sync with our environment. That can be with our internal environment, the sense of being in our body. With our external environment, we don't really feel like we're completely present here and now. That can allow us to be out of phase with our emotions. We seem to feel a big emotion or a strong emotion, but we're not entirely clear on what the nature of the emotion is, the quality of the emotion, the exact reason why or where even we might be feeling it more in our physical body. And then we feel a bit more out of phase with that sense of overwhelm. We feel out of time. We don't feel completely present, again, here and now. And so with intentional movement, the intention behind that strategy is to bring us back to a sense of we are here now, we are in our bodies. Okay, so with that, just to become a little bit more aware of being in our bodies right now, as mentioned earlier, just some simple techniques for today. We're going to go through, first of all, just an active body scan. And that can be really, really simple. It doesn't have to be very complicated. It certainly doesn't have to take a long amount of time. In fact, what we're about to do might even take us the space of 90 seconds to 2 minutes. If that. I'm going to invite you to use some of the beats of what we're about to do in your personal practice day in and day out, just to help you get recentered and refocused. So where you are now, I'm going to invite you, if you're sitting down, just to find yourself coming into a more physically relaxed position now. Just allow yourself to come into a more physically relaxed position now. And for some people, that's going to mean that feet are flat on the floor. If you're sitting in a chair, if you're sitting on the floor, again, just become more relaxed. Certainly you can lay down if you need to, but even if you're standing, if you're in motion right now, you're welcome to do this. But I'd certainly recommend that you allow yourself to be at least in a space where you can be with as little physical distraction as possible. So as you're finding yourself in a more physically relaxed position now, just allow your breath to become a little longer right now. And so that's longer on the inhale It's longer on the exhale. And so as the breath becomes a little bit longer now on the inhale, and as the breath becomes a little bit longer on the exhale, let's just begin to move the awareness around the body now. And so as we begin to move the awareness now, let's move the awareness now to the left hand or to the left side of your body in your imagination. And to the extent that you can, just begin to curl your fingers of the left hand into a very tight fist, or imagine more of your attention or your awareness coming to your left side. And now relax that left hand now, or allow a sense of relaxation to come more into the left side of your body now. To the extent that you can, notice how that feels, or how that left side of your body feels when it's relaxed versus tense. Bring the awareness now to the right foot, or to the right side of the body. Begin to lightly tap the right foot against the floor or the chair, or in your imagination or your mind's eye. If you could create some kind of a rhythm on the right side of your body, now is your time to do that. And then just sit still and relax that right foot now, or allow yourself to imagine more relaxation in the right side of the body now. Still and relax the right foot now, or bring more relaxation to the right side of your body now. And as you still and relax that right foot now, or bring relaxation to the right side of your body now, just notice how the right foot feels when you invite relax. Allow yourself to think about one thing that happened yesterday. Think about one thing that you would like to experience tomorrow. And now bring your awareness back to right now. Now allow tension to come into the entirety of your physical body. Make the body allow the entire body to experience just a little more relaxation now. And just breathe. Just relax and just breathe. Without force, without effort. Allow a slightly longer breath on the inhale. And just allow a slightly longer breath on the time. Just take a few moments now to, as the body allows, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, or just begin to check in with different quadrants of the body or different areas of your perception, maybe front and back, up and down. And let's just go ahead and end that particular technique together now with a long inhale through the nose, long exhale through the mouth. And again, that kind of a body scan is doing nothing more than just bringing more awareness to our sense of the physical body, our sense of physical presence. We can make variations of that technique. We can make that as long or as short as we need. If you're interested in a slightly longer guided version of that, you're certainly welcome to shoot an email my way. I'll make sure that you get a copy of that for yourself. All right. So we're going to do one more technique together now. That's just going to really be focused on the breath. It's just going to be focused on the breath. And so just allow yourself to come back into, or to go a little bit deeper into, a more physically relaxed position. And as we allow ourselves to come into a more physically relaxed position now, um, just allow yourself to consider that right now the eyes can be open or the eyes can be closed. And if the eyes are open right now, I'm going to invite you to just blankly gaze in one general direction. You don't need to worry about staring too hard at any one object. If the eyes are closed, that's fine. That might give you a sense of being able to keep your attention in one place. And if at any point the mind begins to wander, that's okay. That's okay. You're welcome to use my words or just the sound of my voice as an anchor to just come on back. And that's okay. This is not a competition. Don't worry about if you're doing this right or doing it wrong. So, again, right now the eyes can be open, the eyes can be closed. And as we begin now, let's just allow ourselves to take a long inhale through the nose, long exhale through the mouth. Now just settle into your breathing, in and out through the nose. Settle into your breathing now, in and out through the nose. As you continue to breathe, right now we're breathing without force or effort. Just allow that inhale to become a little bit longer. Allow the exhale to become just a little bit longer. And just continue to breathe now in this manner. As the body allows, it may benefit you to place the palm of one hand over the sternum or the area of the heart, while placing the palm of the other hand on the abdomen, just at or just under the belly button. Continue now to breathe. Let the breath flow. Allow the flow of the breath to be smooth. Right now, there is no holding of the breath. Just breathe. In and out through the nose. Now, whether or not your hands are on your chest and abdomen, just allow yourself now to observe the quality of the breath now. Observe now the relationship between the breath and the body. Observe now the quality of the body's movement as you breathe. As you allow a long breath, a long inhale through the nose, and a long exhale through the nose. Right now, there should be little to no movement in the upper chest. Right now, the shoulders remain relaxed as you breathe. There is little to no movement in the upper chest as you breathe. Whether or not you have your hands to your chest and abdomen, right now, just notice if the only thing that you're observing as moving right now, besides any beating of the heart, is your abdomen. Right now, the abdomen expands out on the inhale. Right now, the abdomen contracts up and in on the exhale. Now, if you'd like, you're welcome to count the breath. And if you'd like to count the breath, you can do this to a count of 4 if you'd like. And that might sound something like inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Everybody's body is different. And so your count might be longer. Your count might be shorter. And that's okay. Take a few more moments to observe the breath through counting now as I'm silent. If you're a visual person, right now you're welcome to visualize or imagine the breath as a waterfall. After it enters through the nose, the breath rushes down the chest like a waterfall. Imagine it rushing down past the chest, pooling in the abdomen, thus expanding it out. And likewise, if you're a visual person, you're welcome now to visualize or imagine on the exhale the inside of the belly button pulling up and in as if to touch the spine. Now, we know the belly button will never really touch the spine on the exhale, but that's why it's in our imagination. Take just a few more moments to be with your breath now as I remain silent. Slowly and safely now, let's begin to come back into present time. And as we begin to come back into present time here and now, Take just a few moments to begin to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Long inhale through the nose. Long exhale through the mouth. Let's try that one more time. Begin to rotate the wrists, rotate the ankles. Long inhale through the nose. Long exhale through the mouth. Last time now. Long inhale through the nose. Long exhale through the mouth. Allow yourself now to blink, stretch, look around. Allow yourself to settle in just a little bit more, fully refreshed, fully present, fully awake, here and now. All right. So one last quick technique that we'll do, we're just going to build a little bit more on that last breath technique that we did. And with that, I'm simply going to invite us to start off with a hand over the chest or the sternum or the heart, and another hand over the belly, the abdomen, the navel point, that space just at or just below the belly button. And if for whatever reason you're not in a position to place a hand over the chest and or the abdomen, that is fine. Simply bring your awareness to the area of the chest, or bring your awareness to the area of the abdomen. With this last technique, more than anything, I'm going to invite us to use more of the power of our creative imagination, or our ability to visualize, or our ability to feel and perceive with our mind's eye. And as I say that, I really want us to, I'm going to invite us to be willing. Before you can have your eyes open. If the eyes are open right now, I'm going to invite you again to just blankly gaze in one general direction. You don't need to worry about staring at a particular object too hard. For some folks, they might consider closing the eyes if they believe that's going to allow them a bit more focus in the moment, and that's fine as well. And again, if at any point, for any reason, you feel as though the mind is beginning to wander, that's okay. That's okay. I'm just going to tell you to come back to your breath, if you will, and then just return to the discipline. And for the next few moments, the discipline is just going to be following along with my words or the sound of my voice, and just allowing yourself to sync back up with your imagination, with your breath, with your physical body, and your capacity to feel. And so, again, we're just going to be starting off by becoming a bit more aware of our breath. And we're just going to allow ourselves to um, imagine and observe that feeling of comfort, and that feeling of safety, and that feeling of love. And so as we begin now, let's begin together with a long inhale through the nose and a long exhale through the mouth. And just allow yourself now to begin to settle in a bit more with the breath. We're just breathing in and out through the nose right now. Nothing fancy with our breath, nothing complicated. Just allow yourself to settle more into your breathing now. In and out through the nose. And as you allow yourself to settle more into your breathing now, in and out through the nose, right now you're welcome to consider that there's really nowhere else that we need to be other than right here and right now. And so as we allow ourselves to be willing to consider that there's really nowhere else that we need to be other than right here and right now. You're welcome to settle more into your breath now, allowing that breath to become just a little bit longer. Allow the breath to become just a little bit longer now. And that means the breath becomes a little longer on the inhale, and the breath becomes just a little bit longer on the exhale. Breath becomes just a little bit longer on the inhale now. And as that breath becomes just longer on that exhale now, within your mind's eye or within your imagination, the invitation right now is to begin to just observe, to create the image and the feeling of our favorite blanket, our favorite quilt, or our favorite pillow. Maybe we're feeling particularly nostalgic and we want to think about our favorite stuffed animal or our favorite stuffed rag. That's fine. That favorite pillow, that favorite quilt, that favorite stuffed animal, or that favorite rag doll. Bring all five of the physical sensations into play. Now, you might have access to that object right now, and that's fine. That might make it easier to remember the details. Maybe this object exists in a distant memory, and that's okay. You can draw from that memory now. Now, it might even be the best way because we might feel a greater sense of certainty or control, and that's okay. That's okay. So begin to remember or observe or notice now how that favorite blanket or pillow looks. And notice how it feels. On a good day, it might have a particular aroma or a scent to it. And begin to notice that. And if you don't seem to be noticing any aroma or scent, that's fine. That just means you're noticing there's no aroma or scent with it. Notice how that object sounds. And so, in your imagination or your mind's eye now, the invitation is to consider that it's woven and constructed, or that it's filled with love, that it's woven and constructed and filled with hope, with strength, with safety. And you're welcome to bring it in just a little bit closer. Bring it a little bit closer into your heart. And notice how that feels. Notice how that love and that caring feels. Notice how it feels to be surrounded with strength and safety. Notice how it feels to be surrounded by hope. And as you allow that object, that blanket, that pillow, that quilt, that stuffed animal, that rag doll to come closer to you. Allow that feeling of love and hope and safety and joy to begin to merge deeper and deeper into you. Allow it to merge deeper and deeper into you now until you can see and feel yourself filled more and more with that love, with that sense of safety, with that sense of joy, and with that sense of hope. Breathe into that process now. Relax and breathe into that process now. Just observe. Now, this feeling doesn't have to be illusory. You don't have to chase after it. You don't have to search for it. You are welcome to access this feeling anytime you'd like. You can access this feeling anytime you'd like. Because the truth is, you can give yourself this sense of love. You can give yourself that sense of hope. You can give yourself that sense of joy because you're doing it right now. And so take moments to silently and within yourself express gratitude to that object, that pillow, that blanket, that quilt, that rag doll, that stuffed animal. Just express gratitude to it in your own way. And then silently within yourself, express gratitude to yourself. And if that ever seems difficult, you can simply hear these words and silently make them your own. I love you, and I thank you. I love you, and I thank you. I love you, and I thank you. If you'd like, you can take this process just a little bit further and continue to make statements and set intentions. And that might sound like, right now, I am willing to see love. Right now, I am willing to feel love. Right now, I am willing to speak love. Right now, I am willing to be love. I am love. I am love, and I am loved. Yes, I am. Allow yourself now to become just a little bit more present and aware of where your body is as you're doing this meditation. Let's begin now to slowly and safely come back into present time. And as we come back into present time together, let's come back together now with the long inhale through the nose, long exhale through the mouth. You're welcome to wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Let's do that one more time now. Long inhale through the nose, long exhale through the mouth. You're welcome to rotate wrists, rotate ankles. Last time now. Long inhale through the nose, long exhale through the mouth. Blink, stretch, look around. Allow yourself to be fully present, fully refreshed, fully awake here and now. All right. Welcome again. This is day 1. We'll be adding more content on Wednesday evenings or Wednesday nights. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Central. That's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And just stay tuned. Keep in touch. We'll be adding more content as the days and the weeks roll on. If you're wanting longer versions of any of the techniques that we've done, they are available. And I want to continue to support you in your personal reflective practice or your personal meditation discipline. So you're welcome to reach out. The email address is question@healinghouseyoga.com. Again, that's question@healinghouseyoga.com. If you have any questions or concerns about how to take any of these particular techniques and better integrate them either into lesson plans, if you're doing distance teaching, remote classrooms, or if you're homeschooling at all, that's great. I'll be happy to give you some tips or some perspective. Reach out via email. The email address is question@mindfuliconsulting.com. Again, the email address is mindful, the letter I, consulting.com. And we'll see you again soon. Be well.